What's going on, everybody? I'm thinking about this. I do this kind of often. So on Saturdays, it's usually the day where I'm a little bit more chill. I pull my systems, I see what they're telling me, I double check them a little bit, and I roll with the ones that make sense. So maybe, just maybe, we'll start do something here on the YouTube channel called System Saturdays, and we'll share a little bit and talk a couple of them out. So there's 5 plays out of 4 games that I'm looking at so far today that I have systems or information pulled on. And the first one will go to the Clippers. And bear with me, I have no note sheet. I'm literally going to read this off the computer, the way that I broke it down, and even maybe break it down more with you guys really quick. But we have the Clippers versus the Knicks. And the system, let's get back over here. System that I have for this one today is pretty much saying they're about equally rested, but you're back in the road favorite who lost the last meeting and is also off of a loss. So for looking at that, they are 73, 42, and 3 against the spread, 63.5%. And that's going back about 3 years. And if you include that that their opponent is on the front end of a back to back, right? Then it goes to 21 and 11, which makes it a little better, 65.6%. And that makes sense because, like I'm saying, you have a Clippers team who's a little bit more pissed off because of coming off of a loss versus a Knicks team who's a little bit more satisfied coming off of a win. And they play again tomorrow. And it's the game tomorrow is very likely a game that they care more about. So let's see. Let's type in that the game for the next day. Um, or let's type in that this first game is not a conference game, just to see how much they care about facing this opponent. It goes to 6-2 straight up and against the spread. That is 75%. And let's check. Maybe that next game is the one that they care about. Maybe it is a conference game, and that's exactly what it's telling me. It goes up to 4-0 straight up and against the spread. Those teams are winning by an average of 13 points per game. The average line is -3.4. Clippers are -3.5 right now against the Knicks. So we'll take the Clippers as our first system play for the day. Now let's keep it going here. Let me move on to the next one. Bear with me. Like I said, didn't write anything down. Just going down a list. So we have a Bucks team going up against the Heat team, and I do have something pulled for this one. I know off the top of my head what it is. It's pretty much the concept is you want to play on a team who's playing well right now, in a situation where they can get same season double revenge. So when I say playing well right now, to be exact, it's a team off 4+ straight wins. They're a home favorite. They lost the last 2 meetings to this team during the same season. Same season double revenge, home favorite after winning 4 in a row. Simple. 66 wins, 42 losses. And this goes back as far as the database goes. So the last game I see is 2010 and hitting about a little bit above 61%. I just like the way the Bucks are playing. Think they're a better team than the Heat. They're healthy right now, a lot healthier than that other side. So I think they continue to win by margin here. I'll be back in the Bucks minus the 5 points as our next system play. And we will go to Rockets versus the Thunder. And this is a game that we just saw the other day, right? Thunder were a 5-point favorite, and they ended up losing the game outright. Couldn't get the job done. So this system, you guys probably know if you've been around for a little bit with me. When teams play for the second time in a short time frame, and this time when I'm saying it, it's within 4 days. So let me be a little bit more specific. It's the regular season. You're a home favorite. You lost the last matchup as a favorite within 4 days. So revenge situation, quick revenge situation. I have them as 79, 52, and 4 against the spread. Um, Average line for this one is -8.7. So I shouldn't really be scared of the high line, right? It's telling me that they come back and smack them up. But let's just double check. Let's see if in this revenge situation you're now a 9-point favorite or higher. Let's see how that affects it. It gets better. 39, 22, and 3 against the spread, 63.9%. Average line of -11.5, winning by about 14.5 points per game. So with the spread, I know it's a Thunder. They do have 2 days rest. compared to the Rockets, who are on a back-to-back here. So I think they get the job done by double digits. The Rockets are a team who, when they lose, it's usually by margin. I think it was 13 points per game. So I'm not going to be scared of the number. In this game, you just pick the winner, and that is going to be OKC Thunder minus the points. We'll stay in the same game for our next system here, and it's the same kind of concept. Two teams playing in a short time frame, and when I'm saying at this time, it's within a week. The first meeting went under, and this second game that they're now playing, the bookmakers have adjusted the total even lower. So that's telling me that they're expecting it to be a lower scoring game here. They thought that first one was marked too high, and this goes back to 2013. I have it as 134 unders, 78 overs, and that would make it 60. Sorry, I got to do quick math here. 63.2% to the under, dating all the way back to 2013. So once again, just two teams playing in a short time frame within a week. It's the regular season. The first meeting went under, and the second game has came out with a lower total. So the bookmakers are expecting it to be lower scoring. We'll roll with the bookmakers. We'll play under the 232 in that game. And then last but not least, we'll go to Dallas and Golden State. And again, we're not going through the injury report. I do know Luka's out and Dinwiddie's game time decision. I know that's important. It's a couple people game time decision on the Warriors side, but Steph Curry is likely to play. So there's a few things that matched up for me here. And if my internet comes back to life, I will be able to share them with you. For one, I know this. When the Warriors, here we go. Now I can just be specific. So there's a few things to like here, a few systems, however you want to call it. One, this one is just fairly simple. You have a team, or you have a favorite rather, off back-to-back losses. So they're hungry for a win versus an opponent off back-to-back wins. They're a little bit more satisfied. Since 2013, you have 242 wins, 169 losses. That's about 58.9% winners. That says to play the Warriors tonight. Then we go to another system here, and this one's going to be a little bit more difficult to explain. I have two more systems on this game. This one is since 2016. We're looking at games after the first 5 games of the season. The home team, and they failed to cover the past couple games. So we're looking at the team's average points versus minus the, my bad, let me get this correct. This one is a little bit more difficult to explain. So we're looking at the team's average points minus the team's points allowed plus the opponent's average points minus the opponent's average points allowed, and it's greater than the line by more than 10. So what this is pretty much saying, I had to read that out and just kind of understand it myself. What this is saying is the line is higher than it should be based on the margins for both of these teams. And really, you just got to find out why. The ATS numbers for this are 122, 77, and 1, which is 61.3%. And why? I would say the reason is because we've seen year after year, as long as you want to go back, the Warriors respond when they lose games and they're at the house. So let's go check it out. We'll go. I mean, you can go back as far as this core group has been together. So we'll start there, which is about 2015, and we'll look at the Warriors at home off of a loss. As long as they're rested, as long as they're not on the back-to-back, with these high lines. When they're a 9-point favorite or higher, I have them as 25-10 against the spread, which is 71.4%. They win by an average of 16.7 points per game. If you want to say, that's the old Warriors, what have they been doing more lately? I mean, let's look a little bit closer. Let's go back to 2019, right? Plenty of examples to be had here. We have 12 games. They are 10-2 against the spread. They win by an average of 19.2 points per game. So I just think that's the kind of team that the Warriors are. They respond at home. Usually it's with a little bit of defense. And I just don't think the Mavericks are going to be capable of keeping up in this one, especially without their leader, Luka. And if they're missing Dinwiddie too, I just don't see where the points come from. So A lot of systems to line up on that last Warriors game. So in review, I've gone through all the systems. These are literally just system plays, and I just double check to make sure they made sense, and I roll with them. That's how I'm playing on this Saturday. So system plays, we're going Clippers -3.5, OKC Thunder. I'm starting over because I'm a little tired. I didn't get the most sleep, and I'm not sure if I said that correctly. I don't want anybody taking bad bets. We're going Clippers -3.5, OKC -9.5. Houston and OKC under 232. I need to get some sleep. Bucks -5. And last but not least, we're going Golden State -10. So once again, just to make sure we did this correctly, Clippers -3.5. Thunder -9.5. Thunder and Rockets under 232. Bucks -5. Warriors -10. It's a chalky Saturday. I gave out the systems, all the reasons why I think they're valid. So we'll roll with them, and let's come out on top at the end of the day. Good luck on all of your action. Best of luck if you tell, and I'll catch you guys again later.